All right, guys. So while I'm not doing the entire worksheet with you, what I am going to be doing is giving you some notes to get started on it. So we're going to be talking about the different types of errors that you can make, kind of like what we were talking about with the water. All right. So the notes that you're going to put up here is that this is all about hypotheses. All right. So we're going to have two different ones. We're going to have our null hypotheses, which is written as H with this little O. And then we have our alternative hypotheses, and that's going to be written as H of A. And so our alternative will either not equal, be less than, or greater than our null value, but it will never be equal. Then what we have is knowing our p-value, okay? So if our p-value, all right, that probability value is less than our significance level, then what we're going to do is we're going to reject our null. All right, our original hypothesis. Okay? However, if our p-value is greater than our level, all right, that means we're going to fail to reject our null, meaning our null is correct. Okay? So basically, you can figure out what type of error you have made by looking at this chart I'm about to make for you. All right. So if we'll call this truth, and then we'll call this side our decision. All right, and then we could say we reject our null, or we fail to reject our null, and then our null is true, and our alternative is true. So if our null is true and we reject our null, then that's a type 1 error. All right? If we reject our null and our alternative is true, this was our good decision. If our null is true and we fail to reject our null, all right, that is a good decision. And if our alternative is true, yet we fail to reject our null, meaning we say our null is actually true, that is a type 2 error. Okay? So one more time. A type 1 error means that our null is true, yet we reject it as our decision. And a type 2 error is where our alternative is true, yet we failed to reject our null. All right, so those are our special notes. For this problem, keep in mind, here are our two hypotheses. All right, and then answer these questions accordingly. The key will be posted.